against the white walls. TV antennas in the back, the back, the back, the back, the back, the back. Diamond in the back, sun top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sun top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sun top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sun top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the 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 diamond
shit. My bad. I'm on a mute. I was on mute. My fault. I was on mute. I'm trying to work this thing. I just opened up the computer. I don't have anything hooked up really. I just want to let y'all know, thank you for coming in. Much appreciated. Short show today. Let me tell you why. I know sound. I got a little delay now. We're good now. Listen, let me tell you what's going on, man. I just finished up doing all the things I needed to do. Much love to everybody that supports the Wyatt Live show, man. Are we good with the sound now, Donna? Are we good? Shout out to everybody, man. I just want to let y'all know, listen, I got all the love. I got the DMs. I got the emails. I got the text messages wanting to know if I'm coming on. And then I was kind of just sitting here and I was like, man, you know what? I finished my day early. You know, I do my early morning thing. You know, I have my meeting this morning. And don't get mad at me. I am rocking a drink from the hotel. I didn't bring my Wyatt Live glass. I left it on the counter. My daughter called and said, Dad, you left your mugs. And I left a bag there as well that had my mugs and a few snacks and stuff like that in my bag because I was rushing to get out, getting on the road and doing what I needed to do, right? So now I'm stuck drinking out of a local, a local restaurant's cup. I don't mind. Tastes the same. Ross said soda again. This is not soda. This is tea. This is tea. Can y'all see that? This is tea. Okay, that's tea. It is sugary tea. It's sugary tea. No water. Shake my head. If y'all don't get up off my health, I'm good. Damn it, I didn't already kick that code. Some of y'all keep a code for 2 weeks. I dropped it. I cut it out. I kicked that cold ass. What's good, John Ludd? Now that I see YouTube is up and going, let's throw some heat. I want short show, man. I'm looking forward to later on tonight because my president Joe Biden will be on, and he's going to. I'm sitting at this desk right here, y'all. Y'all might not know, but this desk is raggedy. It's not raggedy. It's just. What's up, Cindy? That's my little sister from down the way. This little desk, man, is kind of odd and shit. I swear they didn't put me in a bugged room. I know this room was given to me by the FBI. I know some shit is shady in Chicago, man. There's some shit going on. I don't know, bro. I hope Twin don't call because I don't have time today for a whole long conversation. I really don't. But y'all know I do different things. I take pictures of my room and I put it on here for y'all because you never know. You know, I don't want nothing wrong to happen. I don't want nothing wrong. I don't want nobody walking past by accident and all this old shit. I don't want room service coming in and y'all thinking, oh, Wyatt messing with them bunnies. I don't want none of that. Don't want none of that shit. So we're going to do it the way I like to do it. Short show today. Short show today. If you guys didn't know, my first stop, I was first in line. Now, I've never been first in line. Damn, that's echoing. I've never been first in line. I'm about to do a commercial for their ass. I've never been first in line at my favorite popcorn spot, Garrett's. I asked them, how do I get a franchise? Can I get a franchise of this? That lady looked at me like I was I was crazy. Like, we get that question all the time. And I'm like, well, I'm interested, but ain't nobody gonna support it. As soon as they say Wyatt bringing a Garrett's to Cincinnati, it's gonna be a ghost town. I don't like popcorn. I ain't never liked popcorn. It's too close to racism. They use the corn that we used to pick, all that old shit. They'll be all over the place. What's up, Justin Sharp? He mad at me, y'all, because his ass is stuck in Cincinnati. And you know what, man? Justin, a good brother. He's from Chi. He's from here. He's from Chicago, right? You know what I would love to do? I ain't even gonna front. Y'all gonna think I'm tripping. I would love to have, and I don't want to name it after me, but I just want to kind of name it after the show, like a Wyatt Live fellas night out in the Chi, and bring Twin, who's like a whole 10. Twin is a 10, like on the Richter scale. And then Justin Sharp, like he real mellow. He cool. He a laid back dude. That would be the time of my life. When I'm ready to turn up, I holler at Twin. when I'm ready to just chill, I got my man Justin Smith. I mean, Justin Sharp. I call him Justin Smith. He would hate that because he's not a Bengal fan. He really a Chicago Bears fan. I don't know why he's stuck in 85. Don't get mad at me, bro. I was a Bears fan in 85, 86, kind of 84. I was a Walter Payton dude. I loved them all. I love Willie Galt. I loved all of them in 85. You probably wasn't even alive yet, bro. You probably never even seen the greatest and the best times of Chicago football, which was when they had the the refrigerator and Walter Payton, Willie Galt, Jim McMahon. I know the roster. Gentry, Allen Gentry. These guys, man, that was my era. That was my time. Didn't know, I was cool with the Chicago fellas. That's not the reason why I liked it, but that gave me some talking points. When I was in Chicago back in the day when I was a kid, if somebody came at me and I was talking and you could tell that I'm not from Chicago because of my dialect. They speak different. They probably one of the major cities in the Midwest that have their own shit. You know what I'm saying? How they do everything is different. Like it's way like how they speak. They kind of got that Baltimore swing when it comes down to the vocals. Man, listen, it's all gravy. They got so many different communities in Chicago. I tell you what, for those that don't want to ever leave their backyard, you don't want to start out vacationing or start out going places like Chicago. That should not be your first stop of what else is out there. Because Chicago might make you not go any other place. You might end up just staying in Chicago and like, this is for me. I love it. Especially if you're part of these little different groups that they form these days. You understand? Like the LGBTQ community is unbelievable in Chicago. How do I know that? Because they have no fucking problem letting you know who they are. You understand what I'm saying? And I love it. They have no freaking problem. You will know when you walk into an LGBT, when you walk into a gay bar or a gay whatever, you know it is. No questions. You ain't got to figure shit out. You ain't got to figure it out. You know where you are. When you walk into a black-owned restaurant or a black-owned establishment, you ain't got to figure this shit out. Cigar bar. I went down to a cigar bar that's black-owned around the corner from my hotel. I stepped out a minute. Unbelievable. I got the business card. Well, I brought a pack of matches. All right, I've been there several times, but I wanted to share it. I wanted to share it with the Wyatt Live family because what I'm going to do, I told them what I do when it comes to the podcast show. I let them know what I do, let them know what I'm about, how I support businesses, and I offered to do a little small promo for them, but I'm not ready to do it yet. I took pictures. I'm going to put it on the Wyatt Live page, and we'll do a small little commercial thing for this small. They're a small business, but you can't tell. It's a mom and pop. This guy's grandfather started it, and they traditionally passed this business down. And it's been in the same spot. It's been in the same spot for almost 90 years. Wow. Almost 90 years. They were like 88 years. Cigar bar. And I'm like, wow, man, like we need this. We need to hear this. And I got a little personal with the owner because it's the grandson. It's actually the great-grandson who runs it now. And I asked him, I said, man, this is a really nice piece of property. This is a really nice piece, this is a nice piece of property that you have. And he said, yeah, it's been in the family for a long time. Now, once you make that comment to a guy like me, you just opened up Pandora's box of questioning. He said, it's been in our family for many generations. And I said, oh, you guys own that building. You own this building. So that means you see what I'm saying? You have equity in Chicago. Young man said, yes. Yeah. I said, I definitely got to step up. I got to tell my people in Cincinnati about your cigar bar. I don't smoke cigars, but I'll promote them for you. I don't smoke. And we're talking about cigars that could price anywhere from $3 a cigar all the way up to, I seen one that was $499. Don't tell me that these folks in Chicago not getting money. I would never, listen, I would never, and I don't, bro, that's, if you got a habit of spending $500 for a cigar, you got a dope problem. You a dope fiend. You got a smoking problem. If you out here spending $500 for a cigar, you smoking, you might as well just have a drug problem, because that's some shit. I mean, how many of them do you smoke? And believe it or not, they have a mailing list. They have a very good business pattern of keeping up with their clients. I was very impressed. The young man impressed me. The young man, you could tell he's from a good family. I'm going to get all the information. I'm not going to spread it now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to run that little promo, and I'm going to let everybody know. I'm going to let everyone know, because if you're ever in Chicago, now some of these guys like Twin and maybe Justin, they'll know about it. You know what I'm saying? They'll know about it. They'll know about it. Okay, Shaba Zulu, what's up, brother? He said QP for 500. Yeah, I know. I already know. But they smoking cigars. Listen, let me tell y'all something. I shouldn't do this. I shouldn't do this. I'm a little bit more classy now. I think I dusted off and became a little classier. But now let me just say this. I remember back in the day when they used to sell nickel bags and dime bags. And this is how I know that I got a little played out in the game. Because I remember that what street was that? Wade Street back in the day, right off the Regal. Wasn't that Wade Street, the strip right there by Porter? Well, it wasn't right by Porter, but like Porter Junior High, they parking lot. Wasn't that Wade? Ain't that Wade that we used to go like that? Wade was the spot that you can get the little dime bags and nickel bags of weed in the little yellow packs. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't act like I'm the only one that knew, because we used to hustle over there. I mean, that's what it was when we was children. But now let me ask you. This is how you know you played out. Somebody put the address, not the address. Somebody put the name of the street on there for me, if you don't mind. So I'll know. I'll freeze up. My brain will freeze up. Isn't that Popular? No, not Popular. Not Popular. But I think it was Wade. Ain't that Wade? Don't nobody want to say shit because they know they was over there copping dope. Don't nobody want to say nothing because y'all know y'all was over there buying weed and shit. Damn. Okay, whatever. I'll just say over there by the Regal. They were spending $5, $10 for a little bitty small bag of weed. Cindy, what street is that? Come on, little sis. We know you don't smoke or nothing. I just want to know if you can help me with this. Right outside of Porter. Right outside of Porter, and right there, as soon as you get there, you see the Regal straight ahead. And it's connected to John Street. Right, connected to my street. What street is that? Somebody help me out from down the way. Because I ain't going to let it go until I know. No, not the old Derek Turnbull. Not that street. She said, can't help you, bro. You know what street. She just don't want y'all to know that she used to be over there. That's all. That's okay. But anyway, let me go. Let me move forward. Anyway, man, do you know that, like, I'm talking about a $500 cigar. That's what I'm talking about right now. But do you know that I remember when weed was $5 and $10 for a little small thing, right? But then it escalated. These guys start smoking hydro. And instead of buying like an ounce of weed, I know this is going to sound horrible, but this is just what you get out of the Wyatt Live show. It's one of them days. Porter was located on Cutter Street. That's the other side. I know Cutter. But it's the side where Lincoln Courts and Porter was kind of connected. The street that separated Lincoln Courts and Porter, that street. Damn, it's Wade, I believe. Wade Street. Maybe it wasn't Wade. Anyway, that's going to have me messed up. That's going to have me messed up for the whole show. Anyway, let me just move on. I lost my mind when I seen how much money these cats was spending on weed. It went from nickel bags and dime bags of weed to guys wanting to buy an ounce for their personal use. And I'm like, I remember back in the day, now this is going to sound horrible, but I'm in Chicago, so I feel good about, I don't know, Al Capone could have stayed in this hotel one day. I'm starting to get these criminalistic mind things going on in my head. I don't know. But that is Wade. Thank you, Dominique. She knows she was copping them nickel bags and dime bags back in the day. See, that's why nobody wanted to say anything, because I was going to say that. I'm just playing, D. I'm just playing, Dominique. But anyway, I'm like, damn, they spending, I remember when an ounce of weed was like, what was an ounce? Like $80. Back then, you can get an ounce of weed for $50, $75. And if you was like a dumb mug, you end up paying $80, $85 for an ounce. You know what I'm saying? And so The weed game was sharp. It was gangster. Like it was, you could come up, you know. But then the sellers start becoming smokers. And I'm like, damn, the prices is going up. I wonder why. Yeah, Vincent Jones know what it is. He says 60. You remember back in the days, get an ounce for 60. If you was like a bumpy or something, you might pay $75, $80, you know, but 60 was about right, you know, 60, 65. But anyway, I left that for a while. Like, I ain't want to do nothing. You know, y'all told y'all I'm in and out. I was in and out, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I was just in and out. So when I got back in, O's was 125. I'm like, damn, this is like double. And then I found out why. It wasn't no shortage. They didn't stop growing weed. It's just this hydro start coming out and all this other shit start coming out, right? I know y'all didn't come to Wyatt Live to hear about no damn weed sales, but I'm just saying, because I'm walking in Chicago and all I smell is weed. All right. So it's really got me in one of them modes right now. But listen, weed was $1.25, $125. I gotta say it the right way, y'all. It was $125 an ounce. And I'm trying to figure out why these dudes coming at it and getting 2 or 3 at a time and shit like that. And they ain't sellers, they smokers. And I'm like, these dudes, this is what's making me think of this, y'all. I just left the cigar bar. The brothers, this family, the black-owned cigar bar, it gave me flashbacks. Weed is just locked in my head in all different directions right now. I'm looking at these cigars now and I'm saying $500 for a cigar, $3 for a cigar. And I'm like, damn. Now it brought the memories back of a dude buying a whole ounce for $125 for his own personal use. And he would put half of the damn ounce in one joint, not the little bitty ass joints like the tip of this straw. Like, you know, remember they used to have joints that was tight? They was tight like straight leg jeans, tight as hell, tight little bitty any ass joints. I watched the dude pinch a half an ounce out of a bag. This is bad. Put it in a damn Philly. He cut open. Y'all, some of y'all know the routine. I don't really know. I ain't in it like that. He opened up a cigar, cut it down the middle, and took all the powder shit out. All the tobacco out. Poured it out and put all the weed. All the weed. A half an ounce. If I'm doing the math, if they 120, 125, that's $60, $65 for one joint. See, to me, that's the equivalence of a cigar. That's the equivalence of what they doing in the cigar. So that's why I equated, if you spending $500 for a cigar, you kind of a dope fiend. You smoking like drugs. You smoking in the Jerica. I know, I feel you on that. She said never been a drug user or dealer. So I just was trying to explain my point of anybody that's paying $500 for a cigar, you probably got a problem. And I just I'm just basing it off of looking at how much weed smokers pay. To me, it's all the same. At this point, if you got a $500 cigar habit, you on drugs. You smoking. You smoking to me. Anyway, what's good with everybody, man? I'm sorry I was late. I had things going on. I took a shower. And she said, Davis Denise says cigars are sexy. Get it, sexy. Yeah, I guess. I'm not really I'm not a smoker. I'm not a smoker. I know that Cuban cigars, Davis Denise says cigars can be $1,500. He didn't have any $1,500. Now, I didn't see any in the trophy case. I didn't see a $1,500 cigar, but you're right. I've seen Cuban cigars get up to $1,000. And I'm saying to myself, this is nuts. Damn. But cigars I'm assuming they must be this prestigious thing. You know what I mean? They must be this, it's kind of like a class thing where when you go to a club, a nice upscale club, you order an upscale drink. I think cognac might be one of those drinks when people talk about that yak or that cognac. I don't know what high class liquor is because I'm not a drinker. I don't know what high class marijuana or weed. I don't know what the high what the high quality crack is. I don't know I don't know that stuff anymore. I used to know it couple lives ago, but I don't know that stuff anymore, and I'm glad not to know it. But yeah, it's just like anything else. These things are man, I'm getting a call. I don't know where this is coming from. It looks like a telemarketer call. If it's not a telemarketer, feel free to call again or put in the screen that that it's you calling. I just brought the phone. I don't have any of my hookup stuff, so I hope everybody can hear me good. Davis Denise said a cognac shot can be 300. You got a drug problem. If you spending, not you, I'm saying, if you spending 300 for a shot, yeah, you got a problem. You doing money bad. I guess you could do what you want to do with your money. I'm not saying that. I shouldn't say that. Some people think I do my money bad, but I don't. I mean, they just don't know me. So you can't judge a person by what they spend their money on. I learned that a long time ago. Anyway, what's good today, man? Anything on the menu? Anything on the menu? Uh, Cindy said, but you can expect me to know which street you bought it on. Well, I ain't buy nothing. I ain't buy anything, sis. I haven't bought weed. I don't indulge in those things. I was the type of kid. Um, Listen, most of the people that I was around as a young guy, they not only sold drugs, they did drugs. See, that was one of the things I was under that belief: don't get high on your own supply. And I live by that. I didn't smoke weed. I didn't smoke anything. I didn't drink. I didn't do anything. Shit. If I had, and I'm talking about when I was a child, so bear with me a little bit. If I had a ounce, I sold every ounce of it. You know what I'm saying? The seeds, the stems, the shake, everything. I had to have the money. I didn't want to get high. I didn't want to do nothing. I had plans. I had shit to do. When I got my money, I stacked it and I knew where I was going. I knew what I was going to do. I wasn't trying to buy no gold chains and put it on and had the girls chase me. I was not trying. I was the kid that wore the Dare shirt. Y'all know what I'm saying? I was part of them little groups and shit. I was part of Dare. I mean, that sounds crazy, but yeah, I just knew how to stay out of the way, stay out of traffic. And a lot of people don't understand the game. The game comes with a lot of perks, so to speak. That street prestige. It's a shame. And that's why a lot of people don't understand why people choose to get in the game, because it's more to it than just the money. It's a lifestyle. People don't understand it. They don't want to understand it. They don't care. They don't care. And I don't know. I guess I'm here to share a little bit of that. Not necessarily I'm not trying to glamorify it or anything. It's obviously a destructive lifestyle, but there are some people that choose to do that and stay in it. And there's rules to that game. It's rules to the game. They want to live that lifestyle and they've chosen that lifestyle. And yeah, sometimes people want to get out, but they're so far in the game that that's kind of all they know. And that's what they tend to do. And then they have people around them that convince them that this is right for them and this is all you can do. And unfortunately, we tend to fall victim to a lot of our peer pressures and things of that nature. That's more dangerous than anything else. All right, so listen, let me tell you what I did get an opportunity to do today. I had my headsets in. I caught an Uber and I was listening to the radio on my way back in my Uber, and I had my headsets on. So I was able to kind of like laugh and stuff. And the Uber driver thought I was nuts. Yeah, he didn't know what was going on, but I'm listening to something that was really, really funny. And I'm listening to the gloom and doom that I normally hear. The world's going to end if certain people get in office, and the project 2025. Y'all know that's a hypothetical, right? But that's okay. As long as they've taught you. See, this is leading to something. I just found this thing. Some of y'all were on there listening, I'm sure. I found today to be kind of like a slap in your face, because you were talking about all the gloom and doom of the administration and Biden and Trump and all that old stuff, the regular shit, okay, the regular things. And I only have so much patience for it. However, what I heard today was all the gloom and doom about who gonna get in office. Don't let this person get in office. It was all about the scary guy, the scary orange guy, or whatever. And everything that I heard people saying, it was all about the individual. And then it was about how they're going to put us, in chains, and they're going to take public school away from us. And I mean, Social Security going to be gone. And I mean, and then you bring in this super, super sweet, nice little sister who runs her own business. And if I had a son her age, that's the type of woman that I would want my son to marry. You understand? This was a sweet young lady. I mean, she was younger. She probably is a little older than my oldest daughter, but she was very she presented herself well. She presented her arguments well. And what was crazy about that whole conversation, the little bit that I heard, because I didn't catch it all. Hold on, Alethea. What's up, sis? I didn't know you were here. She said, Dominique Finley, remember when that girl didn't acknowledge his happy birthday? Let me find out. I'm taking my heart back, Wyatt. What happened? What you talking about? What you mean? What you talking about? Taking heart back for what? Davis Denise said, I listened to that part, had to cut it off too. Ignorant. Yes, man. They didn't gloomed and doom. And Jerica said, you were listening to Lincoln. Why not give him the credit and say so? Give him the credit for what she said? No, I ain't gonna do that. Why would I do that? I give them credit when they bring people on. I just said that she did a great job. It was great. I mean, why you want me to give them credit for what she said? They were part of the gloom and doom. I was being nice. I to be honest with you, I was being very nice. But if you want me to give credit, I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. And it's to the young lady that was telling y'all, if you want better in your life, get around better people. She actually sounded real similar to this platform. It was kind of crazy. The whole point of it was this. You done tore everything down, gloom and doom, and said all this old crazy stuff, and your audience already know we ain't got shit in life. We ain't gonna never have nothing in life. You teach it, you preach it, you play it on the thing, you play the thing on there, and then this young girl come on there and tell you how great you can be. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Look, I don't want to get in crosshairs of shows over shows and people, whatever. I just want to give a compliment to the guest. That's what I like to do. I would love to have someone like that come on here and speak to the Wyatt Live group. And the only reason why is because we're kind of on the same page, young lady. And then, you know how I know she was good? Here's how, I'm sorry, guys. I can't get this thing to work right. I'll do the best I can. How I knew she was good is once she finished saying what she was saying, there was a lot of criticism. Oh, here we go. Another little 20-year-old little girl trying to tell us how to live. People don't want to hear progress. They don't want to hear good shit. And like she said, and I'm probably about to say something right now that's totally against even Wyatt Live platform. And that is this. You're not going to get what you need from these platforms. Oh, it's your birthday, Alethea? Shit, my bad. Happy birthday, sis. Is it? I know nephew got one coming up over the weekend, don't he? But I don't think it's yours. Shush and zip it. Yeah, I thought so. Okay. No, she said shush and zip it. Roz. Don't start none, won't be none, sis said. Yeah, okay. Davis Denise said it's her son's birthday. I know it's nephew birthday over the weekend, right? I think, happy birthday, nephew. They can get up off me about that. I'm gonna send him something now. What y'all gonna send him? Y'all get it. All right, let's end this. You gonna stay up off my back. All right, this is how I'm gonna get everybody off my back. All right, I'm gonna send him something. What y'all gonna do? Nah, that'll end all that shit. That'll end it all right there, sis. I'm gonna send him something. He got something coming. What you gonna do? Sit back and don't take that shit from him, sis. Look how he doing you. He ain't even acknowledging you. You want to make me look bad, but that's all right. That's all right. I'm gonna send him something. Nah, what you gonna send him? What you gonna do? That's how you shut a lot of them talkers up. She said, yes, you got the invite. Don't respond and see what happened. I didn't look, sis. You know, I told you I'm gonna be gone over the weekend. I made that announcement the beginning of the week that I wasn't gonna be in Cincinnati over the weekend. But I'm gonna send him something. So don't let these people put no battery in your back, sis, and how you all arguing and fighting with me over some shit for nothing. I'm gonna send him something. Nah, how about that? Let's see what they gonna do for nephew. They ain't gonna do shit. They just instigating. They do what they do best. All right. What he turned 1? Now, see, back in my day, when you turn 1, whatever age, I've come from the old school, where when you turn 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, maybe even 12 or 13, that's how many dollars you get. I was easy when I was young. Shit. I was easy. I mean, my great grandmother would give me however what I turned. So when I turned 10, she gave me a $10 bill. I was easy. Put it in the envelope. I'm gonna send him a hot ass Scotty. I'm gonna send him a hot dollar. I got that, sis. I'm gonna pull one of them out. She said, "Oh, we having Dixie cups." They don't know what Dixie cups are. Don't nobody know what Dixie cups is, but about 3 or 4 of us. This whole platform, nobody know what a Dixie cup is, but about 3 or 4 of us. All the rest of them talking about the Dixie cup. What song is that? That's what they saying. What song? I ain't never heard that. They play that on the radio. All right. So look, let me get back to it. Damn, what was I saying? Yeah, Donna said, I know. She said, I do. I know what it is. Dominique didn't even call it. Look, they call it ices. They call it little crazy shit. You know, them people grew up in the suburbs. They call it what it is. When we start doing that. Tanika said, a Dixie cup sounds tall. Good right now. Sounds what? Sounds good, y'all, maybe? She said, a Dixie cup sounds tall. Good right now. Okay, I think mistype. Okay, Ron is already on some other shit right now. He says 2044. Oh, Nottingham? Okay. All right. I'm gonna let Ron settle down before he start. You know he be on the edge. Ron be ready to jump. You gotta talk him down sometime. Anyway, she says sounds real good right now. Yes. Yeah. Oh, geez. CK, Team CK in the building. What he's talking about? I'm scared to read CK comment. I might have to, he'll have me on some other conversation away from. Oh my God, in the blue notes. What's up? CC, you still here? I didn't think you've been knowing me my whole life, girl. I didn't think you could tolerate me this long. She says, now I do know who sold Dixie cups. Yeah, we all know. Puma, Miss Puma. Miss Puma and them. Sean D. Nutter says, t-shirts came yesterday. I will post pictures later. I hope so. Thank you, brother. I appreciate the order. Also, we had some other people reach out and said they received their orders yesterday, the day before, and some today. Yeah, Miss Puma used to sell it across the street from Taft. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm reading comments. My apologies. I'm just having a good time right now. I don't have a lot to talk about. I'll have a lot to talk about tomorrow because Biden have a speech tonight at 5:30. So I definitely will have some things to talk about tomorrow. I just think that y'all better get that man his respect. That's all. I know how crazy it sounds coming from me, but Democrats, let's just admit it. Y'all not voting. Y'all didn't already say. I didn't hear people say, I'll vote for not Donald Trump, but Joe Biden, even if he on life support or willed in or whatever. You'll vote for him no matter what. Let's just be honest. You're not really voting for him, are you? You're not. When you vote for Joe Biden, you're not really voting for Joe Biden. You're voting as a Democrat, right? You're voting for the Democratic belief system, the policies. It only makes sense to me. It makes sense to me, and I say great, fine. If you're a Democrat by nature, by belief, play up, vote Democrat. I mean, I don't have a problem with it. But when you tell somebody they crazy for voting for Donald Trump, that don't fit the same logic. I mean, it's the same thing. You say everybody that vote for Trump if you black and vote for Trump, you're not black. That sounds ridiculous to me. I mean, it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't sound logical, because Joe Biden said that same thing. But I would never say that if you vote for Joe Biden, that you're voting for anything other than the Democratic way of living. That's the only thing that I would say. Look, do you think I think you're stupid if you vote for Joe Biden? I don't think you're dumb if you vote for Joe Biden. I think you believe in the policies and the things that Joe Biden and them push. That's it. That's how I see it. But you think that people dumb if they vote for Trump. People that want to say like dictatorship, king, and all that old shit, maybe they want a dictator. Maybe the people that's voting for Trump want a dictator. Maybe the people that want to vote for Trump, they want to be they want to be ruled by a king. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe that's their choice. But I ain't gonna call them stupid. That's what their thing is. And see, here's the thing: it's not fair to call somebody stupid or dumb because of their choice, because you don't know what their motives are. You don't know what they like in life. Do you call somebody stupid who don't have any kids that go to a dealership and buy a minivan? He may have motives of owning a van. I don't know. But I mean, I just, whatever people's choices are, I think we need to live and learn by that. Just understand. I was watching The Breakfast Club the other day, just yesterday. And ain't this something? DeAndre said felon. Let me ask you something as black folks. And I know the white folks and the Asians and some Greeks and all that are watching the show. When we get sensitive about motherfuckers having some cases. Now, I've been around crime my whole life. Before I was on the good side, I was on the bad side. Then I got on the good side and all that old shit. And for in a day, we've always been okay with people with criminal records. Now, all of a sudden, when somebody tell you to think that felons are bad, and why would you want a felon? I bet, why all of a sudden is a felon such a bad guy? I'm just asking. And if you think that's me taking up for somebody, no, that's me saying shit like what I've been hearing for all my life. All my life, I've been hearing about, man, we can't get shit right because we got felonies on our record, man, and the felon and release programs and all that shit they got out here. And we've been talking about felon and felons can't do nothing. And we got these felonies and felony, and this and that. And it's always been on the end of just because my past or because I have a felony shouldn't reflect who I am today. I just don't understand why that seems to be a big deal, especially to us. We've been talking like that forever. Well, run for president. Ain't nobody stopped the felon from running for president. Run for president. See, that don't make sense to me either. They didn't change the rule. They didn't all of a sudden say, here come Donald Trump. He got 34 convictions. We gonna let him as a felon run for president, but we ain't gonna let nobody else. Then run for president if you got a felony. Ain't nobody said nothing about y'all nobody said anything about the felons that we didn't have on our damn city councils. Y'all still love them? I mean, I'm just saying. They come home from on appeal, and you think they not guilty because they home on an appeal. Get out of here. That's what I'm saying. It just sounds kind of crazy to me when people think like that. I'm sorry. We change our energy when we get selective outrage. We change our energy. That's all I'm saying about that. I got this video that I've been watching with Dr. Umar Johnson with the Breakfast Club. And I think it's very interesting. See, I don't want to talk about politics. I really don't want to talk about politics because it's all hypocritical and it turns us against one another. So I'd rather not, because whatever I say is going to be wrong. And then if somebody else come in and say it the same way, depending on who that person is, it'll be accepted differently. So I don't really get into that type of stuff. Let me go to the phone lines, man. Let me see if somebody got something that can change the rhythm up on here for me. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. My bad, man. I'm trying to do this phone thing and I'm doing it in an unusual way. So bear with me, okay? Uh-oh. Sorry about that. Can you hear me, man? Sorry, guys. Bro, can you hear me, man?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead, bro. I'm sorry about that, man. I'm on my phone thing is not hooked up like it normally is. I didn't hijacked and rigged it up so I can take a few calls for the day, then I'm out of here. What's good? Who am I speaking with?
This is Blammy Davis Jr.
Blammy Davis Jr.?
Yeah.
What's good with you, Blammy?
Not a whole hell of a lot, but I'm good. I'm pleasant still. However, I just wanted to make sure I heard you right. Are you comparing people with felonies to Donald Trump having felonies as the president?
No, I was comparing arguments.
Right. All right. You know what? I changed my mind. I don't even want to talk. If that's going to be your
no, that's what you said.
That's going to be your position.
Well, what's
I don't
wrong
even
with
want to
my
talk.
position?
No, I'm gonna hang up and I'm just gonna listen. Never mind. I'm sorry I bothered you. Take care of him.
All right, take it easy. Probably because he ain't had nothing to say about it. But maybe not. Maybe he could have just been like, well, since I feel that way, you ain't even worth my time, because you know that's how he is. Fame the type of dude where when you have a conversation with him, he says it's a privilege to talk to him. It's a privilege to talk to Fame. So I was not privileged today to hold a conversation with Fame, the one and only. What did he say his name was? Flemmy or something like that? I wasn't privileged to have that conversation with him today. But anyway, let me see. I got some Dr. Umar Johnson stuff. I'm going to try to see if I can pull this up real fast. Let me see if I could. Wait a minute. Somebody made a comment. I wanted to read that comment real fast. Let me see if I, who was it? Was it Davis Denise? Yeah. Davis Denise said, Umar Johnson's clearly explained how Biden administration benefits others. Yeah, he did. You want to hear some of it? Because I'm limited on what I have today. Yeah, Roz, how that check go though? Check, please. Let's see here. I ain't bringing nobody nothing. No popcorn, no nothing. Stephanie House says, did Fame have a new name? He keep a new name. Slick and Greasy. He said, sorry, it's the phone line too. I don't know. Maybe that wasn't going too good. All right. Oh, Tracy Dillingham said, was that you, sis, that wanted some popcorn? I'll see what I can do. I think you and a few other people asked. I'll see what I can do. Shit. I might have to put something on it though. I might have to buy some and put something on it. Buy a little $20 tub, put $5 on it, Tracy. Driving fee. Driving fee. All right, that was you. I'll see what I can do, Tracy. DM me what kind you like. And I think my sister, Crystal hit me up too. I think Crystal, DM me, let me know which one you like. I'll see what I can do. Because I've already went out. I don't know if you knew, I've already gotten mine. So I don't know if I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna make it back out, but I'll do my best to get some for you. Let's see here. Oh shit. I am not about to take no grocery list of popcorn. You know they do mail it out. You can go to their website, they'll send it to you. Yeah, there go. DeAndre said, Garrett's delivers to your door in Cincinnati. I'm going to leave that right there. I got some other information about the deliver to the door in Cincinnati stuff, but I'm going to let him tell you the truth. I'm going to let him, yeah, what he told you is true. They will deliver the popcorn to you at your door in Cincinnati. Yeah, they'll send it through the mail. They will. He's absolutely right. So maybe that'll cut down on some of these people asking me to bring them some. I am not about to pack my car full of Garrett's popcorn and shit. I am not going to do it. Please, Tanika, please stop. We don't need nobody telling no truth on here. Yeah, it tastes the same. It tastes the same. All right, man. Let me see what I can do here. If y'all don't mind. I had a clip that I wanted everybody to hear. It's a couple clips that I wanted people to hear. Let me see if I can get my count right. 13, clip 13, 14. I'm gonna let you know what? I'm gonna take a little small break today. I'm gonna let him, we'll dissect some of the things that he say. And then I want to know from some people if it's true or false. Bear with me a little bit. I'm gonna try to get this right and let somebody else do some talking. See if I can expand the screen here and do something different. You guys bear with me a little bit. Okay. Hold on one second. Clip 13, 14, please. Y'all know I'm a one-man operation. I'm a one-man show, right? So bear with me 1 second. Oh, I didn't know that, Tanika. She said, I'm just kidding. I live in Orlando. CK, feel free to call in, man, if you want to. We'll see. You might want to listen to a couple of these clips. Sorry, guys. I don't really have much today, man. Don't get mad at me. We just going to kick it. I wasn't really coming until people hit me up on the, in the DM thing saying, come on, man, let's just, if you got a minute, let's talk. I got things to do. I got to finish up a report and a few other things. But while I'm here, I'd like to share some of the things that I've been watching. And I like to know if I'm on the right track. Is this real? Let me see. Let's share the screen. Let me see what I can do. Let's see what we got here. Okay. There we go. Can you guys hear me okay? Everybody good? We good? Here's something that I found a little interesting that my brother was talking about. Do I agree with everything that Dr. Umar talks about? No, I don't agree with everything. But I wouldn't say I'm a fan, but I'd say that I'm a listener. I'm a believer, but I'm not a fan. I don't think I'm a fan of anyone, but I will say that I believe a lot of the things. I like his takes. I like some of the areas he come from. This will give us something to talk about. Check it out. Hear him out a little bit.
Jesus syndrome. We don't care if the white Jesus wears red or blue. We don't care what side of the aisle that they're on. Black America suffers from battered spouse syndrome envy. And what battered spouse syndrome speaks to is the fact that no matter how bad you beat me up, if I believe I need you in order to survive, I'm never going anywhere. And part of our problem, part of the equation to our problem as American Africans, why we don't do anything on our own, is we are often waiting for the great white savior to come. This is a message that has been rehearsed for us in church. We get it in the media. We get it in the black community. So black people will never, ever abandon their hope of a white savior coming to save them. Donald Trump has no record whatsoever of saving black folks. When people ask me, who you going to vote for at this point, neither one of them are going to get my vote. I considered Cornel West because I love Dr. West. Intelligent, strong, good-natured, but he's a bunny hopper, so he can't get my vote. Now, when I come back to Donald Trump and Joe Biden, I look at the fact that Donald Trump signed 13 federal death executions while he was president. More than half of them was signed after Joe Biden won the election. Think about that now. Biden gets elected in November, sworn in January. Between that time, Donald Trump executes half of those 13 people. 5 of them were black men, and 2 of those black men were presumed innocent, and their attorneys had introduced a stay of execution to the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court turned them down, and Donald Trump executed those brothers. So when I hear black men say, I'm voting for Donald Trump because he's going to bring more money and economic vitality into the black community, I say, what about the fact that he's out here killing black folks, you understand, without no remorse at all? Signing those type of federal death warrants. 2 brothers was murdered One of them was 40 years old, and he was the first person to be murdered in 70 years for a crime he committed as a teenager. And in one.
Okay, I hear him. 13 guys got executed. Now, I'd be interested to know what those cases were. Not that it really matters to a lot of people. I think they emphasize that 13 guys got murdered. I don't know if the death penalty is necessarily murder, but I mean, I guess some people, when you say that you killed someone, they'll classify it as a murder. I guess they'll classify that as a murder, but you have 13 convicted felons, and out of the 13, 5 of them were black. All right, 2 of them filed appeals. He that was cute what he did. That was kind of cute what he said about 2 of them had their lawyers file appeals to the courts. Yeah, that's easy to do, but you can run out of your appeals that because you appeal to court. And he did mention the Supreme Court turned him down. Okay, so there's a process. It's not like he just had these guys on death row and they didn't go through the normal process. Wait a minute, DC, what's good with you, bro? He said, Wyatt, I thought you wasn't going to be on today. I told y'all yesterday I'd be on at 1 o'clock, but I ran into some time restraints. So I started a little bit late. What's up with you, DC? I want to show you this other clip, okay? I want to show you another clip. 1844, please. Show me 1844. Okay? 1844. This is another take that he's into that I kind of like. I'm going to listen to him. Check it out.
That out. Remember, when you go to white America, half of white America either don't have school-age children or don't send them to public school anyway. So they want to completely blot out the school tax. Not only that, the money that still remains, they want to redirect it to not charter schools, to private schools and parochial schools, which to my understanding is a violation of the separation of church and state. How can you get public money to the Catholic school? But that's what they want to do. They also want to shut down Social Security. They also want to completely eliminate all diversity, equity, and inclusion laws and bills. But I got to say this, though, because the Democrats are pretty hypocritical, because when you look at what Governor DeSantis is doing in Florida, and when you look at the fact that you got 18 states that have already passed laws to eliminate all diversity, equity, and inclusion program, that's a third, right? Why aren't the Democrats pushing back against it? President Biden was reportedly stated that he will not push back against the Republican effort to eliminate all DEI programs. So doesn't that make you complicit in the removal of the DEI? See, what the Democrats do that black people tend not to catch on is they'll let the Republicans play the bad guy.
That's right.
Because they can't afford to lose the black vote. So although we don't support DEI ourselves, we're not going to be the ones to front this. We're going to let DeSantis and the other mavericks go out and do this. But guess what? We're not going to push back against it so it looks like it wasn't us. It was you, because silence in the face of injustice is complicity. And that's why, as far as I'm concerned, the Democratic Party and the Republican Party are 2 wings on the same bird. And the one question we never have: when are we going to organize the black vote before we vote?
That's right.
If you notice, everybody tells us to vote. The politicians, black businesses, the fraternities, the churches, vote, vote, vote. The Urban League, the NAACP, Congressional Black Caucus, vote, vote, vote. Why do you think nobody never says organize the black vote before you vote? So we vote as a block. So politicians know we're doing this as a people. You know why? If we voted as a block, Envy, we could hold people accountable. See, if I vote as a block, I can hold Eric Adams accountable. I can hold Brandon Johnson accountable. I can hold Kamala Harris accountable, because she know we went to the polls as a people, united in oneness. But when you vote as individuals, schizophrenic, disorganized black votes, who you gonna hold accountable, Envy? The mayor could do what he want. You voted alone. You didn't link your vote with nobody. What can you do to me? You say you go to Joe Biden, what you gonna do about police genocide? What can you do to me? You voted by yourself. If you notice, political power is all about mass organization. If you're not organized, your vote only matters to the person you're electing. It'll never matter to us.
Why don't you think we have organization? I was watching, I can't remember, I think it was maybe Godfrey. Godfrey was talking about we just can't organize, even as organized crime. Like there's the Russian mafia, there's the Chinese mafia, there's the Irish mafia, there's the Italian mob, but we can't organize together. Why do you think that is? Legally and illegally.
Yes, you're absolutely right. To your issue with crime, take the Italian mafia back in their heyday. no women, no children, no elders. If you kill one, even by accident, we take your life. That was the rule. But in the black community, you can hit the elders, hit the kids, hit the pregnant women, no rules, no consequences. Self-hatred, petty differences, and the indoctrination of white supremacy, meaning most black people feel the only people they need to be accountable to are whites. They can never answer to a black person. This is why if you talk to any black supervisor or black manager, they'll tell you they get more hell from their black employees than their white ones. Because whenever we see black authority, we rebel against it because we've been trained to believe that black people are worthless. And if you yourself is worthless, how much more worthless will be your authority over me?
Oh. I mean, you have to appreciate it. It's a whole different angle than most people normally hear. You don't like to hold the mirror up and look at yourself and say, you know, self-accountability. I don't like where the radio station, I believe, isn't that isn't Breakfast Club? That's a radio station, right? I don't know. Is it a radio station or is it a podcast? Or is it both? You see what I'm saying? Maybe it's both, because it's a radio station from New York, from my understanding. But I know they do a lot of YouTube stuff because we're watching it on YouTube. I didn't like the breakdown of the gangs. I understand, because I kind of do those same analogies sometimes. Did one today, actually. But I didn't like the breakdown of why can't we work together, even in a criminalistic kind of way. You could have left that one out. I'm just saying, that's just my opinion. Some of y'all feel the same way when I say the things that I say, that maybe I didn't have to say, use like the weed today. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I didn't have to use that analogy, but that's me. That's what I know. I think at a bigger and much larger platform that they have, I think they could have maybe broke that down of why we have problems. I'm glad that Dr. Umar answered it the way he did. He brought it back to the real streets of saying a lot of those places have their organized crime is even organized around their communities, where you don't hit mothers, you don't hit kids and pregnant women and all that, because it's right. He's right. Those, some of the shit that's going on in our streets, we have no filters. Everybody can get it. And you can hear it. You can hear it. And one of the self-hatred things that I tell you that I see the most, I faced it. And that was to sell drugs and dope to your own people and literally walk the streets of watching zombies, the people that you sold drugs to, walking around, just the walking dead. And you see what it's doing to the community. You see what it's doing to your people. And you have to just have no conscience to be able to do that. And you had a nerve to ride around them same neighborhoods in nice cars and expensive sweatsuits or whatever. I don't get that. I mean, I guess I had my moment where I kind of understood the lifestyle, but it's a very easy lifestyle to walk away from if you open your eyes and see how destructive it really is. I'm just saying. And there has to be a level of hate amongst each other. He's right. I tell you what, one of my worst supervisors, somebody that really tore me up when convinced me, not because they wanted to convince me to work for myself, forced me to work for myself. I couldn't work for her. It was a black lady. It wasn't because she was a black lady. It was for some odd reason. She wanted to treat me. So she just treated me bad. I didn't even understand it. I even went to the point, you know how you dumb down yourself to people and want to call them mom, like, okay, that shit didn't work. You want to dumb down, cuz that didn't work. I was the professional level first. And I'm like, well, maybe she needs some home cooking, or maybe, and she just treated me so bad. And I just didn't understand why, she treated me so bad. And the people that I was supervising, I didn't get much love from them either. And I mean, I don't know. I understand exactly what he's talking about in that conversation. Let me go to this one last clip. Well, it's not really the last one. I want you to hear what he says about the Kendrick Lamar and the Drake beef. And once again, he's saying something that make a lot of sense. And I'm putting all this in a nutshell because, guys, I told you I'm on a short time frame right now. But I want to share what I've been listening to the last day or two. Okay, I just want y'all to hear this. Check this one out here. Let me put it back up. Sorry.
Up to protect the black woman in public.
Kendrick Lamar versus Drake.
Here's my issue with Kendrick Lamar versus Drake. First of all, shout out to Kendrick. Mm-hmm. I think he's one of the more socially progressive rappers.
Absolutely.
I don't see him worshiping materialism like so many of the rest of them do. I like Kendrick. And when he brought those brothers together to celebrate without any violence, the whole community loving it, I thought it was beautiful. Shout out to Kendrick. But Kendrick, I need you to keep that same energy when it's time to fight against gentrification in Los Angeles, because black people are being displaced in extreme numbers in Los Angeles, Compton, South Central, Long Beach, all in that area. So don't just bring out people together to party and to support your beef with Drake. Bring them together to protest, to march, and to organize against gentrification, because there is a Mexican bourgeoisie, white bourgeoisie clique in LA that is working together against black people. I'm going to say it, the Mexicans and the Caucasians, not as a group, but their elites and their leaders are clicking up and working against black people in Los Angeles County and surrounding areas to push us out the neighborhood. Black incarceration rates in California are some of the highest in the country. Kendrick Lamar, why don't we organize against that? We see, organize to hire some of our young people, organize to build a school, organize to build a hospital. I like what he did, but don't tell me you only did that to celebrate the beef. You understand? Use those brothers, bring them back together and achieve something systematically to help our people out. Same thing go for Drake. You in Canada. Black people in Canada struggling. I got a lot of supporters in Canada. We talk all the time. I'll be going to Canada next month, or maybe 3 months from now. But nonetheless, they're catching the same hell: miseducation, mass incarceration, gentrification, police genocide, economic apartheid. Drake, are you thinking about building a school? Drake, are you going to open up a supermarket? Drake, are you going to open up a farm and teach these young kids how to farm? Same thing for Kendrick Lamar. Y'all got the money to do it. I'm not pocket watching. But don't bring those people together just to party.
I understand what he's saying. And I just want to say something to some people, because I know everybody want to say that, what are you doing? Or what are you know, I just have this thing about some people have great ideas, right? I mean, they know what can happen. They may not have the resources. They may not have the resources to be able to do the right thing. You know, like I want to say this sensibly. I mean, in a sensitive kind of way. I've been in a position where I could help some folks in a room full of people that I could actually help. Okay. And once they get a chance to pull you off to the side, they got great ideas of what to do with your money. And I already know what they're trying to do won't work. And I'm not trying to say that I'm some type of, globe reader, see the future. I just know that certain things don't math. It's almost like saying to a person, okay, let's keep a basic math equation. 2 + 2 is 4. But if somebody come at you, 2 + 2 is 4 because it's you know it. If somebody come at you and they say, I got this thing that I want to do and blah, 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 I'm going to show you how 2 and 2 is really 6. How long are you going to listen to that person? The math is what it is. I don't need any explanations real long of how to make sure, how you going to convince me that 2 + 2 is 6 or 4.5 or whatever. I don't need that. I already know what I know about that industry. I already know what I know about these math problems. But some people tend to have this thing about, they want to spend your money. And I get it. I mean, it's easier. I don't know. Let me move on. You know what? I don't want to say it. Some people know what I'm talking about because they've been in those positions where when people pull you to the side, they want you to, they want you to do some things that they really can do on their own. but for some odd reason, they kind of want you to be part of it, but you don't feel comfortable being part of it because you're saying, you know, that it's not a winner. You know what I'm saying? You know that it's not a winner, and you don't want to break their hearts. You don't want to say something to them and just be like, dog, you know, like for instance, the guy got mad at me. I'll say this so people, it'll make sense. Guy got mad at me on Wyatt Live one time because he took all his money and he went and started a company that rode up and down the expressway and wanted to help stranded drivers. For some odd reason, he took my motivation and started his thing, and he lost. He lost his money, but then he reached out to me and blamed me. And I didn't get that. That was the weirdest shit I've ever seen in my life. Like, why would you? I knew I shouldn't have listened to you. We always trying to do our people bad. And I'm like, what are you talking about, bro? I even called him like, let's have a conversation. Let's do lunch. But I got to have a conversation with a person on the phone before we go do lunch, because you can't help everybody. You can't. Some conversations are just not ever. You might as well just avoid the conversation because the levels of understanding are just not there. We just don't see things in the same lens. So sometimes trying to help people can get you in a lot of hot water because everybody's not going to understand things the same way. And I ran into that a couple of times. Let me see. What was that? Let me go to the phone lines. I got one caller I want to take, and then I want to finish up a couple clips before I get out of here at the top of the hour. Good afternoon, caller. This is Wyatt. Who am I speaking with? Uh-oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, brother. Okay, you still there?
Yeah, you know I'm here. Your cord messed up now.
Yeah, bro. I'm trying to cut you up now, man. I'm hooked up a whole different kind of way, and it's just not working out for me today. But I'll do the best I can. Is this Twin?
You know who it is.
What's good with you, Twin? How you doing, brother?
I'm all right, man. About to go get these milk crates in order.
Okay.
Hey, Wyatt,
what's up, man?
you had a good point. I agree with Dr. Umar to a certain extent.
Okay.
Until he started talking about that crazy stuff and everything. But he was speaking the truth. Long time ago, Wyatt, I can remember Farrakhan had all them brothers from P. Diddy, Jay-Z, all them, the big timers in a room together.
Okay.
And he said, y'all do this and all that, FOB and say hoes and all that. Y'all and brainwash these kids and our youth and everything. But when are y'all go change? And they had the look, Scooby-Doo look like, huh? They couldn't say nothing, man.
Yeah.
He warned them already. Kendrick Lamar had this big concert. Now what y'all go do now, man? You bring out the big shots. What y'all go do? They ain't gonna do a damn thing. The Jewish dude that was on Breakfast Club, he asked him, you see all these shots, all these shootings going on between the rappers and killers and all that. What you go do? Only thing he said, hey, I gotta feed my family. Well, so if the Jew telling you, what makes you think the niggas go do something about it? And my point is this: we had a criminalized. We was on the record of straighten things out as a gangster, it was gangster's disciple. Then we flipped it to growth and develop. We was on the rise, man. Peace treated and all between Jeff Ford, Willie Lord, all of them. They was about to make a movement, man, and the white folks got word of it, and they shut it down. Why? Our mentality as a gang, and we retaliate on another gang, do not shoot the kids, do not shoot no pregnant woman, none of that. If you go shoot, go for the killer who aimed at you. That was if you anything other than that was a violation across the board, Wyatt. This stuff they doing today, Wyatt, it would definitely be across the board. I don't watch it. I don't watch a dude, my cousin who over me. He was one of the chief, and my other guy, he was out of order for what he did. He said, man, why you shoot at Shorty? And everything else. You're like, man, she was in the way. That ain't the point, man. Why you do it? Took a sledgehammer and banged his motherfucking head. Because that was a violation, man. Even though people say gang and all this and all that, but it is what it is, man. That's how we grew up or whatever. I mean, people might think that is stupid, but if you live in that life, coming out Chicago or whatever, it is what it is. So with that being said and all that with Umar Johnson and everything, when are we gonna wake up, man? When are the black man is gonna wake up? You got Jay-Z and all them big timers and everything, but no, you know why? Because they're afraid of losing money. That's all it is,
well,
man.
let me just say this, Twin. I think for the argument's sake of Jay-Z and Tyler Perry, Oprah, all these big money people, sometimes what we don't understand, because we don't know what they go through on a day-to-day. We don't know how many proposals they've turned down. We don't know how many people came to them with school ideas. Hell, LeBron James has a school right now, and he hasn't had a kid that was at proficiency level for 3 years, but that's not LeBron James's fault. LeBron James did what he needed to do to get the school up and going. He donated money. He put his name on it and all that. That's not going to make the area and the kids smarter.
Bullshit, Wyatt.
No, it
bullshit.
don't. What you mean bullshit, bro? What you saying?
Wyatt, you get a Kroger's, Wyatt. You making $1 billion off that motherfucker.
Okay.
And you turn around, you losing all these millions. What the fuck you go sit up there and do? You go investigate that shit, Wyatt. Don't do that, man.
What are you
Don't
talking
do that.
about, Twin? What you saying? I didn't understand. I didn't understand that. I'm not saying you wrong. I don't know what you're saying. What that got?
I'm saying that's bullshit, Wyatt.
What?
I'm saying you got $1 billion company.
Okay, what's the $1 billion company? Kroger? You said I said what's the $1 billion company? Kroger?
I'm just saying anything, Wyatt. You can have a shoe store, Wyatt.
So now let me ask you.
Wyatt headphone set.
Okay.
You used to making $1 billion, and you wonder why you are not making all these billion. It's ways they can do this, Wyatt. It's ways, man.
I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying, because basically I think we're on two different pages right now. Here's what I'm thinking. Okay, if I have a company that's $1 billion company, you want me to invest in what? What are you saying? You want me to invest into what?
You saying they can't do this, they can't do that. They got the money and power to do anything they want, man.
Yes, they do. But okay, now I'm a billion.
If they feel all these killings and all this shit going on, why they won't step in the community? Jay-Z and all them.
What are they supposed to do, bro? I mean, they can't stop the killing no more than the police can.
They orchestrating the shit, man. When what's it called say fuck the GDK and all that, them BDs and shit, Lil Chief and all and Lil Dirt, you think they can't stop that shit? They can stop it. But the white man want to keep going. Just like when Ice Cube came out, fuck the police. What they do? They rush that damn stage so crazy. Okay. Man, come on, Wyatt.
Okay.
This is a lot of excuse that we make up what we can't do. We as a motherfucking powerful ass black nation, man, as one.
I agree.
But we don't want to come together because bullshit. We always got an excuse and shit. Cain is a goddamn disease. We can do it.
You're right, but you have to understand that power is only as good as what you use it for.
Man, use that power like this motherfucking electricity going through these votes and shit. That's how I see it, man.
Well,
see, we got an excuse for everything.
But wait a minute. Okay, then what's wait a minute. Hold on. What's the excuse for LeBron James? I don't even like putting his name on it, but it is on it. What's the excuse that a school that LeBron James sends money to, supports, help fund? What's the excuse that the kids are not?
Wyatt.
Wait a minute. You gonna listen? Hold on. What's the excuse of those kids not being at a proficiency reading level and math skill level? How is that LeBron James' fault?
He can look into it.
He's not a math teacher. He's not a math teacher.
He can look to it like he can investigate like, why is this? Why is that? And everything. He can look into it. But no,
we know why. We know why. We know why, bro.
We know why, but man,
no, what I'm saying. What I'm saying.
I'm pretty sure he got word of it.
Yeah, okay. And now what should he do? Bring back all his funding. He should take his funding away.
No, he should just go build and shit and do a resume on motherfucker and hire the right person to teach these. Because right now they passing these little kids reading at the 3rd grade level and you're in the 12th grade, but you can't read this and all that. And then what's so messed up, Wyatt? What messed up a part about it that they took the real knowledge and education of black folk. This is our real history right here. That little boule ass shit they teach, I don't know that. They took the real out, man. They don't want them to know the real. But you put a sexy red on the motherfucking gay ass Elton John on there. I bet you they know that bullshit.
But that has nothing to do with rich black folks. That's how other people raise their kids to engage in that type of shit that you just discussed.
That ain't how they raise their kids. Why
yes, it is, bro.
Government allowed this shit to happen.
Man, listen.
They can shut this shit down real quick. Why?
Okay, let me ask you something. Hold on, let me ask you something, twin. Whose fault would it be if your kids grow up listening to some music that make them a certain kind of way? Whose
It'd
fault
be
is
my
that?
fault.
It would be
It'd
who?
be my fault for letting them listen to that shit.
And who
because
are
I
you?
ain't pay attention.
And who are you? You
I'm
are
their
who?
goddamn dad.
Okay, you're their parent, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how is it the government's fault that they have something out that you allowed your kids to engage in, and now they grown favorable to that stuff? You don't have control of your kids if you allowing your kids to listen and
Right.
do certain
You
things.
go on that radio station, you're a radio host or whatever, TV host, you go there and say some bullshit about that white man, won't they cancel your ass just like they did fucking Nick Cannon and all them? You go on there and say something. That's why. You go on there and say something about that white man.
Let me just say this.
Yeah, cancel your ass like, huh?
Let me just say this to you, brother. There's a whole lot of, okay, I'm assuming you're talking about black kids, right?
Yeah, whoever.
Okay, all right. There's a ton of black kids in the United States of America that don't listen to Sexy Red and all that old crazy shit, that turnt music and the drill music. There's a lot of beautiful black children that don't listen to that stuff. They have nothing to do with it. They might know about it because it's kind of hard to grow up in a society with social media and not be aware of it. Some of them might even listen to it, but that don't mean they want to be it. What we don't understand is how influential music can truly be. But if it can be more influential to a lost mind or a mind that don't have any type of leadership in it, and that comes from home. You got to start all that shit at home, bro. You can't just sit back and let your kids freestyle at life. They got to have some form of leadership. There has to be consequences, leadership, and morals and respect put in the children. Or Sexy Red's going to run shit all the time.
But I understand that. But when you got a phone and shit, an iPhone, smartphone, whatever, government phone, what pop up on there? Oh, today Sexy Red or Kendrick Lamar album come out. Oh, let me zoom in.
Not all of them. That's called algorithms. And whatever you used to looking at, your algorithms will pop up what all the information they know you're attracted to. So yeah, if you listen to Sexy Red all day, they gonna send you some shit that's just like it.
Man, I think it's time to stop making excuses.
We don't look. I don't think that we're making up excuses, to be honest with you. You just have a team of people that want to do something about it, and you have a team of people that's okay with how it is, and then you have a team of people that just act like they don't know what it really is, and that's what it is. So it's a battle within.
We was about to make a movement, Wyatt, but they shut it down real quick when they got word of it, man, because it was about to be a peak feat. It was about to be a whole 360, man. In 96, 98.
Yeah.
After that, man, they got word, man.
Yeah.
It was a plan to map out. They took all the 13 governors that was about to come together as one, and it was over. Why? After that, that's when little Dirt and all them came about.
Okay.
Man, it was about to be a whole 360 in Chicago.
So
and
the gangs were turning into the Black Panthers.
Man,
seriously, like they were.
Yeah.
You're basically
we was
saying
about to do a whole 360, man. We about to do a whole 360.
So what
People
happened?
don't know that. The government got word.
Okay. Now, believe it or not, that sounds crazy to some people, but I understand I understand how that's possible.
Yeah, they got word. Oh, he's about to get out. He's coming for appeal and all that. He's about to get out. Then next thing I know, they got word and everything. Oh, you just talking about transporting drugs and stuff. Oh, matter of fact, let's get them other guys, the BDs off 63rd and stuff. They doing this. They still a wreck shop and stuff, took everybody away, man, from the Stone, BD, Jitty. Like, see, people that really don't know, man. It was a movement about to take place, man. That's how it is.
All right,
that's like when Malcolm X and Fred Hampton and all that, when they were about to make a movement, they got word. Oh, no, we gonna shut this shit down. We gonna give them food stamp, all that, send them to penitentiary, send that crime bill. It was nothing but a setup, man. They knew what they were doing, the government. That's why people rush and say, go vote. And man, I ain't with that, man. I ain't with that rushing because they ain't talking about nothing. What policies y'all really talking about that we can make a change? Nothing. Y'all like this shit going on. Crucial conflict ass shit, man. Come on, man.
All right, twin. I'm at the top of the hours, bro. I gotta go, man.
All right, man. Be safe, man.
You too, brother. Appreciate you. Thanks for engaging. That was Twin. Tracy Dillingham said, Wyatt, you better not wear that hoodie outside, or I'm dragging you like one of these goofy kids. Don't worry, sis. I wore a neutral color because I ain't want no smoke. I ain't want nobody. I mean, nobody in the gangs in Chicago wear gray. There's no gray. There's no gray gangs and all that. I wore something where if I had to go downstairs and get me something to drink or eat or whatever, nobody can interpret me as being part of anything. No, I didn't wear my black hoodie, my red hoodie, my green. I ain't wearing nothing but gray. Let's keep it real steady. Now, one of the things that Twin just brought up was the education. All right, he did say something about the school. He brought up the he said that you said that went straight over my head. No, it didn't. You talking about my yeah? All right, clear that up. Let me know what you meant by that, TD, Tracy. I know how hot it is. I live in the air conditioning. I love a cold. I love a cold house, cold room. I like to be cold. I like it to be like 70 degrees, 69 degrees. I like to keep my thermostat on 69 or 70, something like that. So I stay in the cold. Like even when I'm in Florida, I wear hoodies all the time in the house because I go to the pool or whatever. I just like it to be cold. And I like to be comfortable in the cold. Yeah. I agree with you, CK. No one should be on here promoting murder of our people in gang environment. I understand that. I don't think Twin comes on here and promotes the murder of people. I think that he might have a story or two to tell us and let us know how things went, but I don't think he promotes it like we missing something, like we missing out on something. I don't know if that's it. All right, Sabrina. She said it ain't the color of the hoodie. We don't want you to spontaneously catch on fire. All right. Well, I just wanted to tell my story of why I had the gray on versus the colors. I thought I'd share my perspective, my point of why I wore gray, if that's okay with y'all. All right. When haven't you seen me in a hoodie when I'm wearing my stuff? Now, if I was sitting in some wrecked up ass place, a room or something, and then it had no air conditioning, and I had my towel on, and I'm sitting here sweating, and you seeing fake ass Beijing coming down the side of my face, and you look like I'm suffering over here because I'm hot as hell, dehydrated, dying, then I would get the joke, Tracy. But that ain't what your boy doing. It's like 69 degrees in my room, and I'm cool, and I love wearing hoodies in the wintertime and the summertime. If I was riding around Chicago in a car that didn't have air conditioning and you seen me wearing this, ha ha he he, that would be funny. But that ain't how I'm rolling. So I wear hoodies everywhere I go as far as when I'm indoors. Shut up, Ron. Be quiet, brother. Be quiet. All right, let me show you this one before I go to the last phone call of the day. I'm about to get up out of here. Let me Dr. Umar said something about school. I just said it's not LeBron James's fault that his school is not succeeding. He can't go into the school and teach math, and he can't do that. We got all these, you know what I hate to see people do? We got people, everybody want to get on Oprah. Everybody want to get on. Now, I feel comfortable saying something like this. Y'all want to get on Oprah ass about what she doing for the community. Y'all want to get on Tyler Perry. Y'all want to get on LeBron and Jay-Z and all these guys, these millionaires and billionaires. You want to get on them, telling them what they're not doing. How many things have they done that you don't know about that didn't work out? How many projects have they dumped some money into and people shitted on them? All right, I can't think of any other way to say it. How many programs and upcoming lift every voice plans and all that shit have they been involved in and people stole money from them? Didn't appreciate what they were doing. Used the kids to get money from them. How many programs have they been involved in like that? Because I'm sure they got some stories to tell. Shit, if somebody at my level, as low level as I am, I got plenty. I could tell you 50 stories. We'd have to do a whole 2-3 hour show on Wyatt Live. I could show you and tell you some stories of how I gave money to to my community and got shitted on. And I'll say it. There's some people on here that know exactly a few things that happened. So, I mean, you know, I can only imagine when you at a level of Jay-Z and Beyonce and Tyler Perry and Oprah and all, they get way more requests than I do. And I can only imagine the things that they have gone through. But what we never do is we never talk about the parents It's just such an easy way to say it's always somebody else. If we do right with our money, if we do right with what we doing, everybody else supposed to eat off of how we did what we do. That's not how shit work. That's not how it works. I'm sorry. I hate to bust the bubble. I hate to look. There's this little. Has anybody seen that TikTok that's out? I'm gonna play it tomorrow, but I'm gonna do a spoiler alert. There's a guy. Let me see if I have it right here. Man, I really don't want to play it right now, but I will. There's a guy who said something that was very pivotal. Let me see if I can transfer this over real fast. And it's such the truth. I couldn't think of a better time to play this, maybe tomorrow, but I want to play it now. But we got to stop trying to put shit on other people all the time. You got to stop trying to make it seem like LeBron James ain't doing shit for the community, when in fact, LeBron James has been the best person for LeBron James first. LeBron James kids have been the best LeBron James kids. Okay? He's done what he's supposed to do as a man, as a father. He's done it. But for some odd reason, we always quick to say Oprah ain't doing shit. LeBron and them ain't doing their thing. Tyler Perry ain't doing what he's supposed to do. He ain't doing this, blah, 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 blah. Come on, man. That's ridiculous to me. Let me see something. Let me one clip. Let me just call it one clip real fast. See if I can put it on out here real fast. Let me see if I can play this real fast. And then I'm going to get on up out of here. I got two more little short clips and a phone call, and I'm going to get out. Tell me if you believe this or not. Let me know if this is true to you. Listen to what this man says. Well, I don't want you to tell me if it's true, okay? Because some of you ain't going to believe it's true, but I believe it. Listen.
If we took all of the money out of the hands of wealthy people like Oprah Winfrey, Robert Smith, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, and put all their wealth in the hands of poor people, I guarantee you something remarkable would happen. Within 3 years, the rich people would have earned most of their wealth back, and many of the poor people would be back broke again. Why is that? Because wealth is not just what you have, it's who you are. You see, wealth is built from the inside out, not the outside in. That's why so many millionaires can go broke or bankrupt, and then within a few years, next thing you know, they have bounced back to millionaire status. How is that possible? It's because wealth is not what they have on them. Wealth is what they have in them.
I know that might not sound right to some people because a lot of people think money cure all problems. But that's why most people who win the lottery, Ron, you sound foolish. Don't miss the point by trying to be smarter than the point. You can sometimes get some things that you're not ready for. That's what he's saying, Ron. And I mean that respectful to you because you're a smart guy. You clearly get it. You clearly understand what he's talking about. That's why a young person that hits the lottery or becomes rich and famous early in life, like one-hit wonders and something like that, that's why they go broke. They're not ready for the moment. They haven't been schooled. They don't understand what they have. They don't know what to do with it. Sometimes you cannot be ready for the things that you have because you didn't have the proper training. That's what that means. And you clearly understand that, brother. Don't act like you don't understand this man's message, because a lot of people want you to believe that if everybody had the money, that everybody would just be all right and everybody would be doing right. That ain't how it work. You can give a kid, we didn't seen it. We've seen it out here. We've seen people that are totally spoiled, get everything they want, privileged little children. And then they grow up to be spoiled little brats and do everything wrong, break the laws, do the things. So money don't necessarily make you a good person. It don't mean you're going to do right in this world. It don't give you morals. It don't give you principles. That stuff has to be taught at home. So let me do this. We've been talking about schools. Let me go back to Dr. Umar Johnson real fast. Let me go back to this clip and then I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna get up out of here. Let me let y'all hear this one. It's about school choice. This with him and I, we argue about this all the time. because he's off base on this. But y'all can listen to it. Y'all can listen to it. He's off base on this argument.
I do not support school choice. I'm going to tell you why. DJ Envy and Charlemagne are millionaires. Dr. Umar is not. DJ and Envy hypothetically got multiple children. So if school choice is going to give them $10,000 per child, you good with that. You know why? You can pay the other $30,000 for your 4 children's private school tuition. I can't. I'm a working class brother raising 4 kids on my own. If New York City public schools give me 10 grand, or Philadelphia public schools give me 10 grand, or Newark, New Jersey public schools give me 10 grand, I still got to come up with the other 30. I still got to come up with the other 20. My point is, school choice only benefits middle and upper middle class black families. Most of our kids are raised by who? They mother. 67%. 50% of all homeless families are black women and their children. 50%, which is why I got to get on Eric Adams and Brandon when we get to the migrant crisis. But my point is this. How does school choice benefit poor parents? How does it benefit working class parents? I'm barely paying my mortgage. And you see the price of everything has went up. Everything. Food, utilities, gas, rent. How am I going to pay all these bills as a single black mother raising 67% of our kids and still find money to offset the cost of tuition? It's not realistic. School choice is a scam. It makes poor people think that we're going to give you an opportunity to send your child to a better school, although we know you can't pay the balance. It's a scam. I do not support school choice.
We have our differences of opinion on that. We have our differences of opinion. I don't believe that it's necessarily a scam. I don't think, I mean, if that's the case, I guess schools like charter schools would go away. I haven't heard anything about eliminating charter schools. The schools that he's referring to, some of those schools like, I don't know, Don's school in Cincinnati. Are you saying that those schools would go away? Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Hey, y'all, I really got to go, man. I'll finish this up tomorrow. I got shit to do. I appreciate everybody coming in, man, and enjoying this little short time. I hear you, Tracy. I hear you. But that's not how it necessarily works, what he just said. If you get $10,000, he kind of said it all the way wrong. He said it wrong. He said if you get $10,000 per child, how you going to pay the balance? That's not how it necessarily works. And there's a lot more to it than that. That was just, he simplified it. He said it in a way that fits his narrative, and that's fine. He's okay. He can do what he want to do. He can say what he want to say about certain things. When it comes to the culture, he's cool about some things. But like I said, I don't agree with everything every man says or every woman says. But look, man, I really got to go. Peace and love. I got shit to do. Don't forget, yeah, I got to get out of here, man. Peace and love to everybody, man. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Look out for about 1 o'clock. Talk to you.
Check it 1, 2. It's the party. It's the me and Troy. Coming to you live. It's Eric Squad. Keith Murray. Red Man. The new type of aroma smells of oregano, cinnamon, all flavors. Check it out, y'all. Tones, stay up, D-Mac. Me and my crew in the Benz 4 deep, yeah. My other people trailing me in the black Jeep creeping. On the way to a house party, yeah. With no kid and play, just a fly DJ. It's on the poppin' and we getting rides. Everything's tight, everyone has a light. I pull up in the place to be, immediately swarms, and all of us is armed. It's cool, not that type of scene. Crazy blunt ashes, girls shaking asses. Money makers, video rump shakers, and niggas with game fast breaking just like the Lakers. It's all good if your game is tight, and if you know the scoop, don't love them like Snoop. Yeah, the reason why the girls out there, they get biz, they run like a bunch of wild kids. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. Now the scene is set and now I'm hyped. I'm seeing what girl is coming home with me tonight. I spot one on the sofa, sipping juice with 3 other girls, sporting pin curls. I said to myself, excuse yourself, E. So I went over, put my hand out like Billy D. Excused her from the 2 girls she was with. Macked her, put the flavor in the air and split. To the other side, to the other vibe, where it looked live. Protected cause my man had the 4 or 5. My boy looked up, asked me was he hooked up. I said she was shook up, she put my phone book up. She gave me every number that she knew. A girlfriend for you, a girlfriend for you. And stay real, I never perpetrate. Cause nowadays, falling in love never pays. I'm quick to say fuck a hoe. Y'all niggas know I'm strictly for the dough, word to God. This is the way that Death Squad swing. It's not just a one-day fling. I represent my style for my peeps. Take it to the streets where we play for keeps. Have a drink, conversate, and pump up your fists and do it like this. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing. Do your thing, do your thing. I'm doing my thing, if you feel me, do your thing.